As public agencies increasingly rely on private technology vendors for dynamic machine learning systems, they risk falling into a vendor lock-in trap that effectively outsources democratic accountability to opaque, unauditable black boxes. Welcome to Wandt Courseware, an AI-narrated video series unpacking the latest lectures of Professor Adam Scott Wandt of the John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City. In this module, we examine the specific administrative and logistical hurdles that occur when government agencies attempt to deploy artificial intelligence. To understand these hurdles, we will synthesize federal directives, specifically OMB Memoranda M2521 and M2522, alongside leading academic frameworks. Together, these documents map out exactly how the public sector can maintain democratic control over automated digital services. Without these governance frameworks firmly in place, governments trade their democratic authority and public scrutiny for the illusion of operational efficiency. The risks of outsourcing these systems are well documented. In 2025, researcher C. Puglieri detailed how relying heavily on private tech firms rapidly dilutes a public agency's internal technical capacity. This conceptual map illustrates the resulting condition: vendor lock-in. By adopting proprietary architectures and closed formats, switching providers becomes impossible. This dependency gives vendors the power to legally block agencies from inspecting the very systems they rely on to govern. This structural dependency worsens when applied to artificial intelligence. According to a 2021 theoretical framework by M. Busiok, machine learning directly disrupts traditional models of political, legal, and professional oversight. Standard legal oversight relies on predictable rules and clear documentation. Machine learning dynamically adapts over time and operates with extreme opacity, making it impossible to trace exactly how a specific decision was generated. When you combine proprietary vendor technology with dynamic machine learning, you create an accountability vacuum. Critical administrative decisions are effectively outsourced to private entities, completely shielded from public records laws and citizen review. This timeline demonstrates how the government solves these risks using OMB Memorandum M2521. The directive forces a specific operational shift. Agencies must integrate rigorous safety assessments at the exact moment a project is conceived, rather than as a post-deployment afterthought. To enforce this, the directive establishes strict bureaucratic mandates, including the mandatory designation of chief AI officers and rigorous adherence to the NIST AI Risk Management Framework. It also requires federal bodies to publish annual public inventories of their AI systems. This provides citizens with a baseline level of transparency regarding exactly what automated systems are active within the government. The compliance requirements scale up significantly for high-risk applications. Any AI system impacting civil rights, public safety, or access to public benefits faces targeted scrutiny. For these high-risk systems, agencies are legally required to establish clear, documented processes for human-in-the-loop oversight, ensuring that automated outputs do not create disparate impacts on the public. Under M2521, federal AI deployment is no longer viewed as a standard IT upgrade. Agencies are forced to manage technological innovation as a critical exercise in maintaining public trust and safety. This graphic highlights a vulnerability Busiok calls accountability theater, relying on superficial compliance checklists that completely failed to address the systemic risks of machine learning. To move beyond this theater, the government relies on OMB Memorandum M2522. This directive enforces true structural accountability directly through the public procurement process. Because AI software learns and adapts over time, standard purchasing contracts are useless. M2522 completely overhauls how agencies structure their requests for proposals, or RFPs. The new rules mandate strict contracts, guaranteeing continuous bias testing, and explicitly retaining auditing rights. Crucially, the memorandum includes vital clauses regarding data ownership. Agencies must legally protect government data assets to neutralize a vendor's ability to hide behind trade secret defenses. By weaponizing the procurement process, these aggressive new rules shatter the black box. They force private algorithms to submit to open, democratic scrutiny before a single taxpayer dollar is spent. This overlapping architecture graphic visualizes the synthesis of these concepts, bringing together Pagliari's warnings on technical capacity, Busuiak's accountable frameworks, and the actionable mandates of the OMB. The intersection of these three pillars highlights the ultimate goal of AI policy in government: democratic accountability. Protecting public trust requires maintaining absolute control over technological infrastructure. Public managers must actively architect contracts that preserve their oversight. Federal AI deployment is not an exercise in speed. It demands a deliberate, ongoing balance between the pursuit of operational efficiency and an uncompromising adherence to public scrutiny. Like, follow, and subscribe for more deep dives into emerging technology, digital investigations, and the ideas shaping our future. And remember, stay curious and want knowledge.